Inshallah, in today class, we are going to see the trigonometric ratios, how they depend upon the quadrants, okay, how they changes according to the quadrants. Now let us start here. You see here, little concept. Let me see here. See, x-axis is taken as 0 degrees, the angle here. So if you go like this, the angle increases 10 degrees, 20 degrees, 30, and up to here it is 90 degrees. Again 90, it increases 100, 110, 20. Here it is 180 degrees. So we can also say that the angle of a straight line is 180 degrees. Again, if you go here, it will be 270 degrees. 270 degrees. Suppose this is 270 degrees. Again, if you increase here, this will be 360 degrees. So 360 degrees is one complete rotation, and 0 degrees and 360 degrees are the same here. Now this is the first concept. So suppose if theta is any acute angle, see here, if we see here it is less than 90 degrees, it is greater than 90 degrees. Here it is less than 90 degrees. Achha. First thing that we see, this is called the first quadrant. We do, I'm just writing like this, first quadrant. And this is the second quadrant. And this is the third quadrant. And this is the fourth quadrant. Okay, this is the fourth quadrant. So coordinate axis divides the plane into four quadrants. And next thing is, suppose theta is any acute angle. See here it is less than 90, it is greater than 90. So for less than and 90, we denote by 90 minus theta. 90 minus theta. For greater than 90, we denote by 90 plus theta. But you see here, this is less than 180. Watch here. If you go here, it will be greater than, this will be greater than 180, and this angle will be less than 180. So we can write this like this also, 180 minus theta. If you come here, it will be 180 plus theta. And now watch here, here it is 270. So this will be greater than 270, this will be less than 270. For less than 270, you use minus theta. For greater, you use greater 270 plus theta. 270 plus theta. Or we can write like 360 minus theta. 360 minus theta. And the first quadrant we can again write as 360 plus theta. So 360 plus theta is nothing but first quadrant. You see here, not just 360, 360, 720 also we can write 2 into 360. Suppose 360 plus theta and 2 into 360 plus theta, they also same. In the same way, 1080 we can write like 3 into 360. If we are having plus theta, we can write plus theta. This is 3 into 6. In the same way, 1440, this will be it as 4 into 360. So any number into 360 plus theta, this will also be the first quadrant. And any number into 360 minus theta, this will be fourth quadrant. The last one more concept we have to see. So see here, next thing. Suppose there is an acute angle theta, we take from the positive direction of the x-axis anti-clockwise. Suppose this is theta. But if we take in the clockwise direction, it will be in the fourth quadrant. So this will be in the fourth quadrant, we take as minus negative angle. So minus theta also means fourth quadrant. Minus theta also means fourth quadrant. So just revise this one. We must be perfect through this basics. In the first quadrant, we can say 90 minus theta or 360 plus theta or n into 360 plus theta. For second quadrant, 90 plus theta and 180 minus theta. For third quadrant, 180 plus theta, 270 minus theta. And for the fourth quadrant, 270 plus theta, 360 minus theta, n into 360 minus theta and minus theta. This all denotes the fourth quadrant. Now the next thing is, we already know this, you have read this in the first 10th also. We denote this symbol to by heart the signs, no? All, silver, tea, cups. What does it means? All means all are positive in the first quadrant. Sine theta is positive, its reciprocal cosec theta is also positive. Cos theta is positive, its reciprocal secant theta is also positive. Tan theta is positive, its opposite cot theta is also positive. Whereas S here means sine. S means sine. So here sine theta is positive and its reciprocal cosec theta is also positive. Whereas the others are negative. That is cos theta negative, secant theta negative, and tan theta negative, and cot theta negative. So in the first quadrant, all positive. In the second quadrant, silver starts with S, that means sine theta, and its reciprocal are positive, others are negative. And T stands for tan. So here tan theta is positive and its reciprocal cot theta is positive. Whereas others are negative, sine theta is minus and its reciprocal cosec theta is minus, cos theta is minus and its reciprocal secant theta is also minus. Here C stands for cos. So cos theta is positive here and secant theta its reciprocal is positive. Whereas others are negative. What are the other things? Tan theta negative and cot theta negative, sine theta negative and cosec theta negative. So we must know these all things. Suppose sine is positive in first and second, tan is positive in first and third, cos is positive in first and fourth, and its reciprocals. In the same way, we must also remember where the side trigonometric ratios are negatives. For instance, sine is negative in third and fourth, tan is negative in second and fourth, cos is negative in second and third. So we must always remember where the quadrants are positive and where the are negatives. So same thing, let me write like this. Watch carefully. We can show the quadrants in another sense also. See here. Suppose we can write like this. For 0 degrees less than theta less than 90 degrees. This implies that the quadrant lies. This is the first quadrant. Now second quadrant means 90 degrees less than theta less than 180. From 90 to 180, we say this is second quadrant. And from 180 to 270, 180 degrees less than theta less than 270, this is nothing but third quadrant. And from 270 to 360, 270 degrees less than theta less than 360 degrees, we say this is third quadrant, sorry, fourth quadrant. So this is the one way of symbols. Sometimes it is denotes like this: theta belongs to 0 comma 90 degrees. That means we say this is first quadrant. Theta belongs to 90 comma 180 degrees. We can say this belongs to second quadrant. In the same way, from 180 to 270, third quadrant, and 270 to 360, fourth quadrant. So this is one concept. And the next concept, let me see here. Now the second concept here is, watch carefully, you must by heart this one. For 90 degrees plus or minus theta, or 270 degrees plus or minus theta, trigonometric ratios changes. How they changes? Watch carefully. Sine theta changes to cos theta and cos theta changes to sine theta. In the same way, tan theta changes to cot theta and cot theta changes to tan theta. In the same way, secant theta changes to cosec theta and cosec theta changes to sine theta. Sorry, sec theta. Now we must by heart this one. For 90 degrees plus or minus theta or 270 degrees plus or minus theta, the trigonometric ratios changes as sine changes to cos, cos changes to sine, tan changes to cot, cot changes to tan, sec changes to cosec, cosec changes to sec. Now see here, next thing is for 180 plus or minus theta or 360 plus or minus theta or n into 360 plus or minus theta, no change in trigonometric ratios. No change in trigonometric ratios. That means sine remains sine. Suppose here you see sine theta remains sine theta only. Cos theta remains cos theta only. No change. Tan theta remains tan theta only. Cot theta remains cot theta only. In the same way, sec remains sec and cosec remains cosec. Now let me practice some formulas on this. Now let me practice some formulas here. Suppose we are having sine of 270 plus theta. Now how to find the value of sine 270 plus theta? I'm starting first for 270 plus theta. First you see the quadrant 270 plus theta. Oh no, this is fourth quadrant. And just now we have seen in fourth quadrant sine is minus negative, therefore minus. And for 270 plus or minus theta, sine changes to cos. So you must write cos theta. Now one more few examples I'm giving here. Tan of 180 plus theta. First we have to see the quadrant. 180 plus theta is the third quadrant. So in third quadrant, tan is positive. T means tan here, positive. And for 180 plus or minus theta, there is no change. So you write as it is tan theta. So this is the formula. Tan 180 plus theta is tan theta. Suppose we see here cosec 270 minus theta. Now 270 minus theta is the third quadrant. So in third quadrant, sorry, sec is minus. In third quadrant, sec is minus. And for 270, sec changes to cosec theta. So this will be cosec theta. And next one, suppose you see here one or two more examples. Cot of 90 minus theta. 90 minus theta is first quadrant, all are positive. Cot changes for 90. Cot changes to tan theta. Suppose we are having cos 90 plus theta. 90 plus theta is second quadrant. So second quadrant cos is minus. And for 90 cos changes to sine theta. One more example, suppose we are having cos of minus theta. So minus theta lies in fourth quadrant. Minus theta lies in fourth quadrant. So fourth quadrant cos is plus. Therefore cos of minus theta will be plus cos theta. One more example, suppose sine of minus theta. Minus theta is in the fourth quadrant. So fourth quadrant sine of minus theta will become minus sine theta because in fourth quadrant sine is minus. So must practice few examples like this. Okay. Now see here, let me practice few angles here. You see what is 90 minus theta first quadrant. So first quadrant all are positive, no tension of signs here. Now for 90 sine changes to cos theta, cos changes to sine theta, tan changes to cot theta, cot changes to tan theta, sec changes to cosec theta, and cosec changes to sec theta. Now come in the second quadrant, 90 plus theta is second quadrant. For second quadrant, sine is positive and its reciprocal cosec is positive, whereas all other are negatives. And for 90 changes, no, 90 sine changes to cos theta, cos changes to sine theta, tan changes to cot theta, cot changes to tan theta, and sec changes to cosec theta, cosec changes to sec theta. So this becomes the formulas. And 180 minus theta also second quadrant sine is positive, its reciprocal cosec is positive, all others are negatives. But for 180 there is no change. So sine theta remains sine theta, cos theta remains cos theta, tan theta remains tan theta, cot theta remains cot theta, and sec theta and cosec theta remains as it is. That is cot 180 minus theta minus cot theta. So I request you all to write like this so that you will get the practice, you will get the perfection here. Now you see the next one, 180 plus theta lies in third quadrant. So third quadrant 180 plus theta. Third quadrant is tan is positive, its reciprocal is positive. The remainings are negatives. And for 180 there is no change. So sine theta remains sine theta, cos theta remains cos theta, tan theta, cot theta, sec theta, and cosec theta. So suppose cosec 180 plus theta, will say it is minus cosec theta. Now for 270 plus minus theta, this lies in the third quadrant. And for 270 changes, sine changes to cos, cos changes to sine, tan changes to cot, cot changes to tan, sec changes to cosec, cosec changes. And for third quadrant, tan formula is positive and cot formula is positive, and other formulas are negatives. And then lastly, for 270 minus, sorry, for 270 plus theta, for 270 plus theta, sine change, this is fourth quadrant. So fourth quadrant cos is positive, its reciprocal secant is positive, whereas others are negatives. others are negatives. Now sine changes to cos theta, cos changes to sine theta, tan changes to cot, cot changes to tan theta, sec changes to cosec theta, and cosec changes to sec theta. So let me practice this. Now see here, next let me continue. Sine 360 minus theta is in fourth quadrant. So fourth quadrant is cos is positive, secant is positive, all are negatives, and there is no change. And for same formulas for this also, for n into 360 minus theta, this will also have the same formulas of this one. Either you write 360 minus theta or n into 360 minus theta, both means the same fourth quadrant and same formulas. Now minus theta means fourth quadrant. So for fourth quadrant, cos of minus theta is plus cos theta, secant of minus theta is plus secant theta. Fourth quadrant cosine is reciprocal positive. Other are negative, so sine of minus theta minus sine theta, tan of minus theta minus tan theta, cot of minus theta minus cot theta, cosec of minus theta minus cosec. On 360 plus theta means first quadrant. So first quadrant all are positives and there is no change for 360. So all the remains the same. Also n into 360 plus theta is also have the same formulas, and that means the same first quadrant. Okay, so either sine 360 plus theta equals to sine theta, or we can write sine of n into 360 plus theta equals to sine theta. So in this class we have seen few formulas based on the quadrants and the trigonometric ratios, how they changes and how their signs changes according to the quadrants. Inshallah, in the next class, inshallah, we are going to see the periods of the trigonometric ratios and the range of the few trigonometric ratios.